How do I get the number of elements in a list, length of a list, in Python? How do I get the number of elements in the list items?
The len function can be used with several different types in Python, both built-in types and library types. For example,
while this may not be useful due to the fact that it'd make a lot more sense as being out-of-the-box functionality, a fairly simple hack would be to build a class with a length property. You can use it like so. Essentially, it's exactly identical to a list object, with the added benefit of having a noob-friendly length property. As always, your mileage may vary.
How do I get the length of a list? To find the number of elements in a list, use the built-in function len. And now. Returns 3. Explanation. Everything in Python is an object, including lists. All objects have a header of some sort in the C implementation. Lists and other similar built-in objects with a size, in Python, in particular, have an attribute called ob_size, where the number of elements in the object is cached. So checking the number of objects in a list is very fast. But if you're checking if list size is 0 or not, don't use len. Instead, put the list in a Boolean context. It is treated as false if empty, and true if non-empty. From the docs. Lens. Return the length, the number of items, of an object. The argument may be a sequence, such as a string, bytes, tuple, list, or range, or a collection, such as a dictionary, set, or frozen set. Len is implemented with __len__ from the data model docs. Object.__len__ self. Called to implement the built-in function len. Should return the length of the object, an integer, equals 0. Also, an object that doesn't define non-zero__, in Python 2 or __bool__, in Python 3, method and whose __len__, method returns 0 is considered to be false in a Boolean context. And we can also see that __len__ is a method of lists. Returns 3. Built-in types you can get the len, length, of. And in fact we see we can get this information for all of the described types. Do not use len to test for an empty or non-empty list. To test for a specific length, of course, simply test for equality. But there's a special case for testing for a zero-length list or the inverse. In that case, do not test for equality. Also, do not do. Instead, simply do. Or. I explain why here, but in short, if items or if not items is more readable and performant than other alternatives.
Besides len, you can also use operator, .length_hint, requires Python 3.4+. For a normal list both are equivalent, but length_hint makes it possible to get the length of a list iterator, which could be useful in certain circumstances. But length_hint is by definition only a hint, so most of the time len is better. I've seen several answers suggesting accessing __len__. This is all right when dealing with built-in classes like list, but it could lead to problems with custom classes, because len and length_hint implement some safety checks. For example, both do not allow negative lengths, or lengths that exceed a certain value, the system.maxsize value. So it's always safer to use the len function, instead of the __len___ method.
If you want to support the channel, please consider liking and subscribing.